Hey guys, Chris Serino here with Sultana Education Foundation's virtual classroom. Today I'm going to be talking about a very famous painting by an artist named John White. John White was a visitor, one of the first settlers to the ill-fated colony of Roanoke down in the Carolina Outer Banks. And one of his jobs was to make these watercolor paintings of the scenes that he witnessed in that area. And the reason this is important when you study Native Americans of the Chesapeake is because the culture of the Carolina Algonquins was almost identical to the culture of the native people living here on the Chesapeake Bay. So what John and I are going to do is take you on a virtual tour around this painting and show you some of the highlighted items here. So we'll start right down here in the lower right-hand corner. This is some sort of ceremonial ritual that John White witnessed. It says right here, a ceremony in their prayers with strange gestures and songs, dancing about posts, carved on the tops like men's faces. So some sort of ritual dance. You can see these men are holding rattles. There's other native people waiting to join here in the festivities. So we're not sure exactly what they were doing, but some sort of solemn ritual. Moving up here, we have agriculture. So this says corn newly sprung. So these are plants of corn springing up from the ground. There's a fence here. There's another field of corn here. It says they're green corn, another fence, and then up here it says they're ripe corn. So what was happening is that the Indians were planting their corn in stages so that it would ripen at different times of the year. And lastly, we see this little device. It's called a scarecrow hut, where a younger member of the community would sit there and basically chase away crows and rabbits and other vermin that might come to eat the crops. So to show you the other half of the painting, I'm going to turn it over to John Mann.
All right, thanks, Chris. On the left side of the painting, if we start at the top, we can see what appear to be some hunters with bow and arrows kind of amongst the trees on the outskirts of the village. As we come further down from there, you can get a look at some of their houses. So they tended to live in longhouses or wigwams. They were constructed of bent saplings and then woven together, tied together with strings, and you would use woven grass mats or tree bark to cover the outsides. And then we can see in the middle of their houses is some sort of large communal fire pit with a few people gathering there. As we continue down the painting, we can see more houses. Some of them are left open on the sides, maybe with mats that could be quickly rolled up or put down. And then we can see another communal gathering place. This says, the sitting at their meals. So there are people coming together to eat different acorns or nuts or things that have been gathered in the woods. And then as we come over to the towards the corner of this painting, there's another large fire, and this was an important fire to them. We can see it's called the place of solemn prayer. And then finally, this house that's kind of on its own down in the corner, it says, this house wherein the tomb of the werewolf standeth. So this would have kind of been a place where they may have preserved the remains of their deceased chiefs. So lots going on in this scene, and we can see that there were many roles to play in the village, and a village worked best if everybody came together to fulfill their own roles.
So to wrap up, this is a very famous painting by artist John White, made in 1585 of the Native American community of Secoton. It shows us agriculture. It shows us a little bit about how their homes were made. A great primary document for learning about the native cultures of the Chesapeake region as well. Thanks for joining our virtual classroom. I hope you come see more of our videos.